Corvo, if only there was someone else I trusted to send, so that you could remain near. But there is no one else, and the Spy Master was right to insist that I send you. The plague has taken so many, and we must find a cure. When you are near, my heart is at peace. Emily and I will count the days until you return. Hurry home, and bring good news.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Let's Play Dishonored. Guys, I cannot even begin to tell you how excited I am to finally be bringing you guys this LP, because I've been test playing this game for about a year now. It took me that long to beat it 3 times, and, well, this has got to be my Game of the Year choice for 2012. This game completely came out of the left field from Arcane Studios and just blew us all away, including myself. So, this game is going to be heavily story-based, though. I'm going to be leaving all the dialogue scenes in. It all happens in real time, just like Half-Life or Bioshock. Ooh, look, a whale. And much like, if you guys are not familiar with this game, much like Bioshock, this is sort of the FPS RPG hybrid type of thing, where we have moral choices and we have different routes we can choose to play throughout the game. Much like Deus Ex 3 as well, there's some stealth elements, and there's different things happening in the game depending on if you kill people or not. But unlike in Deus Ex or in Bioshock, I really can't justify playing this game ambiguous in any way. So I decided I either have to go completely all out and kill everything I see, or do like a challenge run type thing and kill no one whatsoever. But to make it harder on myself, not killing anyone, I'm gonna get 0 upgrades. So I did a little vote. I got very few people to actually vote on it for me, but the poll ended up winning for the no kills run. So this is going to be a 0 kills, 0 upgrades, bare bones run through the game, just to get, you know, all the story and show you guys all the non-lethal alternatives to the outcome of every level. I'm not going to spoil what that is, and also to get the best ending. And I may later in the future do another run that is the other alternative, the killing everyone run, but we'll see how that goes. Lady Emily,
were there any whales?
So nice to see you.
Wait, let's play hide and seek first. I'll cover my eyes and you hide. You have time? Mother's busy talking to that nasty old spy master.
Honestly, this is gonna have to wait. We have business with your mom.
All right then.
What that is actually the tutorial. If you say yes, then she'll basically give you a brief tutorial on the gameplay and the stealth mechanics. So if you've not played before, definitely check that out.
Welcome home, Lord Protector.
Nice to see you, Campbell.
And you, Corvo,
Sokolov.
welcome back from wherever you've been. They sent him all around the Isles to beg for aid. A waste of time. My elixir will banish the plague from this city. Now keep still a moment, High Overseer Campbell.
I'm not so sure that painting looks like
Let me get a closer look here. I think it looks pretty good, Emily. Sokolov's paintings are well renowned throughout the world.
It's been good traveling with you, Corvo.
Very sad. I think she missed you.
They're sick people, not criminals.
We've gone beyond that question, Your Majesty.
They're my citizens, and we will save them from the
Well,
plague.
Spy Master.
All of them.
Very well.
We will not speak of this again.
Mother, Corvo is back.
Thank you, Emily. Leave us, please.
As you wish, Your Majesty. Corvo. 2 days early. Full of surprises, as usual.
Surprises? You haven't seen anything yet, Hiram.
It's a fair wind that brings you home to me. What news have you brought?
We should leave them alone.
Here you are, my lady. So to kind of talk over the story a little bit here and give my own explanation, This is the whaling city of Dunwall, and it's a little city on one of these small islands. I can't remember what the island itself is called, but if you look at the strategy guide for the game, it shows the map of the world this game takes place in, and it's actually, we're in a very small area, in a very large world that's very underdeveloped at this point in this game's lore. Corvo is actually not from here. He's from a nearby island called Serkonos.
Mother is fine.
We're the Empress's bodyguard, in case I didn't clear that up earlier.
Who sent them away?
Mother, look! What are they doing on the rooftop?
What? Emily, come here.
Assassins!
Emily, get behind me.
Don't worry, I got this. There's some brief combat tutorials there. You can block. There's first-person sword combat, and we have a gun.
Look out!
Don't worry, you can't kill these guys, so they're not going to count towards my no-kills run.
Corvo, thank you. If you hadn't been
Thankfully, you're safe.
No more. Not again.
Mommy!
No! Get away from her. Corvo!
Unhand the Empress at once!
Oh, Mommy!
We're too late. Some bodyguard we are.
Corvo, it's all coming apart. Find Emily. Protect her. You're the only one. You'll know what to do. Won't you? Corvo.
Yes.
What
No,
a soul.
wait.
Look at what he's done.
It couldn't have been me. I'm her bodyguard. Why would I kill her?
Killed the Empress.
You can't be serious.
What did you do with young Lady Emily, traitor?
Her own bodyguard. Ironic.
I'll see you beheaded for this, Corvo. Take him.
Awesome, awesome, awesome introduction. So, several months later, we're in prison, framed for murder, being held captive by the ones we once respected, who have now...
This is your final chance, Corvo.
Yeah.
Sign the condition, and let me give you the rights to put your spirit at ease.
That's enough for now. Get out. Let's give the man some time to think. Corvo, the Empress is dead. Her daughter Emily is hidden away, and no one will ever know the truth.
Yes, unlucky.
Bald-headed snakes.
Tomorrow you'll be executed, but it's for a good cause. This country needs strong leadership now, someone to guide the weak, and that's where we come in.
There was nothing personal in this, even though you almost sank our plans. But it turned out well. You were in the wrong place at the right time, and someone has to take the fall. Goodbye, Corvo. Guards!
I don't know who those assassins were, but Hiram Burroughs must have hired them. Framing us just happened to work out in his favor, I guess.
You should eat, Corvo. This meal comes from a friend.
She was gonna die whether I was there or not. I guess I did my best. Alright, so he said that our food is from a friend, so let's see what he means by that. Hey look, a key, a perfectly good key to get out of here. How convenient. Because you can never stay locked up in your cell in a video game if you're locked up in jail, ever. So it looks like we have someone who still respects us and believes we're innocent. So let's get out of here. So we're trying to sneak around. This is a heavily, heavily stealth-based game. We got our first weapon here, which is a City Watch sword. There's several different types of swords in the game, none of which really do anything different from each other. But I'll go over them whenever they come up. And we won't really be using the sword very much because I'm not going to be killing anything. So I'll be showing off how to use it. I already showed off in the first fight there how to block, and if you tap the block button at the right time, you can knock your enemy off balance and then do a critical hit finishing move on them. But we're going to be going through things stealthy and quiet, and we're going to be not killing anyone. So we can knock out guys like that. It takes a few more seconds to knock somebody out than it does to straight up kill them, because you have to wait until they're unconscious, and like when you kill them, you can just stab them in the neck and they fall down. So it might be... this game is definitely easier to just kill people. It's definitely a lot easier to fight in a lot of situations, except for some encounters later in the game, and it also depends on the difficulty you're playing on. Really, the game is not any harder playing on a particular difficulty when you're trying to go stealthily, but as far as combat goes, combat gets a lot harder depending on the difficulty. But this game actually has no achievements regarding the difficulty level, so I never really bothered to play this game on hard. Let me know if you guys have tried it on hard and what you guys think about how difficult it actually is. I might try it one day, but I just didn't think it was worth even mentioning for the sake of the LP. So, we just gotta watch the pattern of these guards here. This one finally turned his back, and these guards are not gonna be too tricky because obviously they're the first guards in the game, so... a lot of guards have pouches that you can loot for their money, and they also might have a secondary weapon on them, like a pistol or a hand grenade or something like that you can loot off of them. But if you knock a guy out and pick up his body, you automatically pick up any loot that he would have had on him. It's not like in Deus Ex or in Bioshock, though, where you have like a selection of items you can potentially loot from a corpse. It's just usually that one item. And there's also no inventory management in this game like in Deus Ex. So this is a very streamlined version. It does have a lot of those traits of those other FPS RPG hybrids. Here we get a pistol, a nice, almost flintlock looking pistol, but it's got a little mechanism on the side there that I believe is ran on whale oil. You'll be seeing a lot of whale oil powered things throughout the game. That's part of the game's lore. That a lot of the technology is powered by that, which is historically accurate to a certain extent. There used to be whale oil lamps and whatnot. But this game is sort of like an alternate history fictional world because this guy is aware of me. He normally isn't, but he's already kind of suspicious of me. The little that mark above an enemy's head shows when they're aware. When it turns red, it means they have spotted you and they are now in pursuit of you. If it just flashes white like that, it means they are suspicious of you, but they haven't actually seen you. So this guy has seen me, but I need to knock him out to get the key to that door. This usually does not happen. This didn't happen in any of my test runs, so I'm trying to be cautious here. Because if I aggro him and he starts fighting me, I can't really knock him out. I can't knock him out if he's already attacking me, unlike in, say, Splinter Cell, at least the first 3 games, where you can still do a non-lethal attack on somebody even if they're shooting at you. So we get an objective marker over him if it takes us after so much time. So I gotta run up to him and knock him out and take the key to that door. It seems like guards will react if they will become suspicious if they see a corpse like that, so you do have to hide the bodies in the shadows. But it doesn't seem like the consequences for that are as severe as in Deus Ex or in also using Splinter Cell as an analogy. But it does affect your overall score at the end of the level. Because you do have, this game does have, even though it's a big, kind of RPG style game, it does have individual separate levels. So they do keep track of your score and stuff like that. I'll show how that works when we actually complete the level. This guy, I want to knock him out before he gets too far out there. That way the enemies down below don't see his body fall. Or anything like that. There's enemies down below here. Or maybe there's not. Maybe I'm thinking of a different room. Whatever. I thought I had good intentions. But yeah, when you're crouched, the enemies react to sound, they react to light, and they react to obviously the sight of you as well. So it's just like any other stealth game. It seems like the light doesn't matter as much. Like shadows only really benefit you at a distance. It's not like you can affect the amount of light in your environment anyway. It's not quite like that audiograph player. There's kind of like the audio diaries in Bioshock, but there's no achievement regarding them either, and you can't actually listen to them after you've listened to them the initial time, so they just kind of sit there in the environment. We're going to pick up this bomb here, this conveniently placed bomb, and, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I think sound is more critical than anything. There are going to be some times where we're outside. A lot of this game is dark, it's very dark. I have the brightness actually turned way up for this Let's Play, because as per usual, on my recording setup, I can't see a damn thing. so I have the brightness turned way up. These guys, if this is an example of how shadows do help you a lot, is you can sneak around over here, and these guys will not see you even though you're kind of in their line of sight. This one guy, though, I think he's going to cross paths with me right here, so I gotta hide for a little bit longer. This may seem kind of slow-paced, and actually I am taking this pretty slow and cautiously because I don't want to have to redo this a million times, but the game will become much more fast-paced right away, and you'll figure out why. These guys, this is actually pretty tricky. My first time through the game, a fight broke out right here. My first run through the game, I was playing kind of ambiguously, like I didn't really care if I killed people or not, but I still wanted to keep a mostly low chaos run and get the good ending. And I'll explain what chaos is a little bit later. But it's a very fundamental part of the game's endings. So I'm not gonna. There's a lot of times though. I think the best part about stealth in this game though is your ability to move around the environment, your mobility, because altitude and being able to hide on top of things and under things is really, really spectacularly well done in this game's level design. It's not just like, you know, being able to round corners and stuff in Deus Ex. It's being able to go over the enemies on pipes and stuff like that. And it's not having it's in the level design. It's not having a game mechanic shoved in there to be able to do these things. It's just part of the environment, knowing how to utilize it. And it feels so much more natural. So I just not only went over that door, but I skipped all those guys just by climbing over those pipes there. And there will be a lot of times where I'm going to be skipping guys by just going over them and climbing on walls and railings and stuff like that. Corvo is very good at that. I want to try to knock out this guy. That lever there will open the gate behind us, so there's really no need to touch that unless you want to aggro more guys on you. I think it's something for them to use and not us. So knock him out. Then I'm going to quickly run and put that explosive there on the gate. There's a guy behind me, so I kind of have to do this carefully here. And then I'm going to hide in this kennel and wait for it to explode. Oh crap, they see me. Freedom! I'm out, baby, I'm out! Oh, it feels so good to run now. I don't have to worry about any guys stopping me. I can sprint.